I've always played team sports, basketball being like my main sport. And I just love the team aspect of construction. Working all together, running through problems, just seeing something come from nothing. I have built such a great relationship with these subcontractors. They are like the best. But I also think that when they see me, a young Black woman, they're like, oh, okay. They just see me and they see like, change is happening.
When I first came to construction, and I've been doing it for 25 years, there was no one of color, and now more minorities came to construction.
Our environment, whether it's our society, whether it's where we live, work, is always changing. As those things change, we have to have the ability to adapt.
I would say leading through change first starts with being a supporter, really understanding where you can help out, where you can step up, and where you can support. I think it's important to adapt through changes because it always opens the door for growth. And I think when you are stuck in your ways of doing things, you miss that opportunity and you miss new ideals and creativity.
I think it's just setting team members up for success. So specifically offering opportunities for team members to grow themselves as a builder and their career, having them approach you with different ideas and different questions or problems they're facing.
Everyone struggles with change, right? So it's important to understand that it's not going to always be perfect in the beginning. Communication on a regular basis, and then also empathy, right? Just to understand that there's going to be bumps along the way.
I think that communication is kind, being clear is kind. That's how I lead, just with loving people, communicating with them, even in our mistakes, because that's how I feel like I'm loved here. I feel that people are kind to me. I have really kind leaders.
The ability to listen lends you some credibility, whether it's team members that you might lead or just your peers as well. And so I think that becomes foundational.
But also putting action behind the listening. So I don't want to just listen to you talk about how you don't feel appreciated here or you don't feel like people hear you, and then we go into a meeting and I'm just over talking you, right? And so I think that listening to underrepresented people, I think creating a safe space for them, not speaking harshly, not speaking, with hateful words. Again, loving, putting love in the atmosphere so I can even feel comfortable saying something to you.
Help minorities come up with a plan to help them grow in the construction field.
My approach is just being genuine, just kind of building that relationship and making them comfortable around you. And that's when you're able to overcome some of the more difficult conversations.
Come to meetings beforehand, talk to people, build relationships that way. Put yourself out there and to get to know people. You can only lead people that you know.
I've been at Mortenson for 14 years, and Mortenson is like a family.
One of the reasons I came to Mortenson was them taking the initiative to hire more minorities. And as a minority working at Mortenson, I feel a lot more comfortable seeing other team members that look like myself. And I think promotes a good culture on the job site.
I think many times underrepresented groups, they feel like they're a bit alone in their experiences. Having people who have gone through the same experiences all the way up to the top, I think is very encouraging and kind of shows a path for people who are underrepresented and what they can potentially do.
I'm a part of two organizations that help promote underrepresented groups in construction. One of them is ASEA. They promote underrepresented firms by giving them tools and resources to be successful. The second is ACE. So I'm a big supporter of ACE. This past year marked my 5th year as a mentor. I enjoy going to meet students from all different backgrounds and kind of teaching them about architecture, construction, and having them be interested in this career path.
Not a lot of inner city kids understand how construction is to me, it's a lucrative business. I am the youth leader at my church, and so I just try to tell the kids, this is what I think, this is how much this person could make. Let's look up union rates right now. This is something that you could be making. So that's how I try to advocate and support underrepresented people.
We have people who are in underrepresented group who have achieved great success in their careers, and they do want to be an ally and supporter.
Don't be afraid to reach out and connect and network.
Ask questions, expose yourself. If there's a role that you want to be in, talk with that person who's in that role so you can kind of understand what you would have to do in order to, to get there and achieve that. And then just be willing to try something new, because there's always an opportunity and a door open.
A lot of times we talk about networking in regards to us. How can I network so I can, further my career? How can I network so I can gain, relationships? But I think the relationships that we gain can be used for other people.
Be there to say, as you go through this journey, I've already went through it and I can help you as well.
What that gives to Mortenson is, again, the diversity. Everybody has their own thoughts and perspective, and ideas and suggestions. All that combined together can make for something greater in the future.